आते रहेंगे. As you will learn today that ये हमारी जो signature series है, इसको हम हर महीने offer कर रहे हैं financial planning के ऊपर. Every month we have a different topic that we are going to focus on. Today's topic, of course, as you can see, is we are going to talk about insurance. So we are going to learn a lot from Rahul ji about insurance. Before we get started, I just want to quickly introduce myself and who I am and what Samarthya is. मेरा नाम है शिवानी पंडित. I am a special educator. I've been working in the field of disabilities for the past 25 years. I have worked with children with autism primarily for most of my career, as well as children with intellectual disabilities. And about 4-5 years ago, मैंने खुद अपना non-profit शुरू किया है जिसका नाम है सामर्थ्य फाउंडेशन. It is based in the United States because I live there. But most of the projects that I'm working on are connected to working on issues related to public awareness around disabilities, providing teacher training, professional development, and most importantly parent training and support is one of the main goals that Samarthya has. And we are very happy to launch this series. ये series आती है हमारी under our parent support initiative. This is focused on, of course, financial planning and all the concerns that parents of children with disabilities and adult siblings have around financial planning. And हमारे expert हमारे साथ आज है Mr. Rahul Kelapure. And he will share a lot of knowledge with you. So he's very generous with his time and his expertise. जो हमारे साथ जुड़े हैं वो हमारे साथ, and of course हमारी partner organization SNCC Rehab Foundation के साथ जो is led by Harshali Khache. I will, next slide, Harshali will talk a little bit about SNCC, and then we will, get started with our session today. Like I mentioned, ये series हमारी once नहीं है, हमारी once a month है. हम लोग हर last Sunday of each month हम लोग इसी time पर मिला करेंगे 11:30 to 1. And we will share a calendar with you जहाँ हमने पूरे साल के topics decide करके रखे हैं. And every month Rahul ji will walk us through specific topics that are helpful for you to plan for your child. Okay, so please, I hope that you come back every month. And with that, I will move on. If you would like to know more about Samarthya, please you can go on the website and take a look at it. And with that, I leave it to you, Harshali.
Very good morning, everyone, and thank you, Shivani ma'am, and welcome Rahul ji from SNCC Rehab Foundation. I am Harshali Kharche. We are based in Nagpur. SNCC is a special needs integration center. We are coming up with various projects in Nagpur that caters to all the development, education, and other facilities to all ages of children. So here our motto is to educate parents and develop their perspective towards the right kind of interventions and treatments. For that, we are arranging virtually in this COVID time, we are arranging various kind of webinars and interactive sessions for the parents. And this is financial topic is so extremely important. I came to know from Samarthya Foundation that I thought we can introduce their signature program on our platform. That would be extremely helpful for our parents. So thank you, Shivani ma'am, for giving us this opportunity to introduce this program on our platform. And with that, I request Mr. Rahul Kelapuri to continue his knowledgeable session further. Thank you.
Sorry. Yes. Rahul, the floor is all yours.
All right. Thank you so much. Thank you especially to Shivani and Harshali. Both of you have taken this initiative, and and we are reaching out. We are able to reach out to so many people through this webinar series. So thank you very much for that. And also I thank all the participants here who have taken their time on Sunday morning. I know it's not so easy to really, get up, on time and do your things. And, you may be having a lot of other things to do on Sunday, छुट्टा का दिन है, लेकिन उसके बाद भी ये 1.5 घंटा निकाल के आप यहाँ पे बैठे हो. So thank you so much for coming here, and that also shows your commitment for your siblings, या फिर your kids, that you know you really are committed, कि आप चाहते हैं कि वो उनकी जिंदगी overall सभी तरीके से they should grow in their life, and they should be independent in their life. So thank you very much for that. As Shivani and Harshali said, my name is Rahul Kelapure, and I work with Securities and Exchange Board of India in the Department of Policy of the Legal Affairs Department. So that's a bit about me. And today we will be talking about insurance. देखिए, हमने जब पहले लास्ट जो इसका जो हमारा जो एपिसोड था, उसमें we talked about the financial planning, what you should do, what is the emergency fund, you know, what are the basics of financial planning and investment education. We spoke about that. Abhi sabse before we plan our finances, it is extremely important to secure our finances. अब उसको सिक्योर कैसे करा जा सकता है? उसको सिक्योर इस तरह से करा जा सकता है, या तो आप आपकी इन्वेस्टमेंट को ऐसी जगह पे डालें जो कि आपको उसको कहा जाए कि कुछ भी ना हो, सब कुछ बिल्कुल सही तरीके से चले, और वो भगवान के सामने प्रार्थना करो कि मेरा सब कुछ बढ़िया हो भगवान, मैं तेरे सामने एक नारियल फोड़ूंगा. That is one way. The other way, and that is more practical way, is to take insurance. अच्छा, क्यों हम इंश्योरेंस लेते हैं? क्योंकि हम सब जानते हैं कि इंश्योरेंस इज समथिंग जो कि हमें पता नहीं है कि आगे जिंदगी में क्या होने वाला है, आगे लाइफ में क्या होने वाला, अगला मोमेंट हमें नहीं पता क्या होने वाला है. और यहाँ पे इंश्योरेंस, चाहे अगर कोई अनहोनी घटती है, कोई ऐसी चीज होती है जिससे कि आप नहीं चाहते ऐसी हो, जिसकी वो तो हम नुकसान पूरा नहीं कर सकते, लेकिन क्या उसके थ्रू हम हमारे अपनों का फाइनेंसेस को इंश्योर कर सकते हैं कि वो यू नो दे आर फाइनेंशियली टेकन केयर ऑफ. And that could be the biggest gift that we could probably give to our our survivors जो हमारे बाद में इस दुनिया में हैं. देखिए, ये खास करके हमारे लिए इम्पोर्टेंट है for those people who have kids with disability, persons with disability in their lives, their near and dear ones. क्यों ऐसा है? That is because आज till the time we are there, we are taking care of them. But after you, it is extremely important कि उनका तब क्या होगा, और तब वो एक डिग्निफाइड जिंदगी जी सके और अपना खुद का ख्याल रख सकते, या ख्याल रखें या उनका कोई ख्याल रख सकते, जिनको फाइनेंशियली वहां पे कोई दिक्कत ना हो. इसके लिए इट इज एक्सट्रीमली इंपॉर्टेंट टू कंसिडर दिस टॉपिक ऑफ इंश्योरेंस, राइट. सो जैसे कि हम बात कर रहे हैं कि इंश्योरेंस तो बहुत टाइप के हैं. देयर आर मेनी टाइप्स ऑफ इंश्योरेंस. और अभी तो बल्कि पिछले कुछ सालों में जो इंश्योरेंस का जो दायरा है, जो इंश्योरेंस का जो एम्बिट है, that has increased a lot in many respects. Now हम सब जानते हैं अभी मार्च महीना आ रहा है, और आपके घर में कई लोग आपके जान पहचान वाले या कोई ना कोई आ रहा होगा और कहते अच्छा मार्च है तो आप ये लाइफ इंश्योरेंस ले लीजिए, टैक्स बचा लीजिए. ये एक तरीका है इंश्योरेंस का. दूसरा इंश्योरेंस जो हमें सब लोगों को लेना पड़ता है, वो एक इंश्योरेंस होता है दैट इज कॉल्ड द मोटर इंश्योरेंस. चाहे आपके पास बाइक हो या कार हो या और कोई व्हीकल हो, यू हैव टू टेक इंश्योरेंस एज पर द लॉ. यहाँ पे जब हम इंश्योरेंस की बात करते हैं तो क्या होता है, इंश्योरेंस का कॉन्सेप्ट क्या है? इंश्योरेंस ये है कि हम सब लोग थोड़ा थोड़ा पैसा जमा करें और जिसके साथ जिसको जरूरत लगे उस समय, जिसके साथ वो जो एक कंडीशन होती है जो कि घटने या ना घटने पे वो जो है पैसा मिल जाता है. नाउ दिस में साउंड वेरी टेक्निकल, बट लेट्स टेक एन एग्जांपल हियर. नाउ हम इंश्योरेंस ले रहे हैं, हमने इंश्योरेंस लिया, हमारी तरह और कई लाख लोगों ने इंश्योरेंस लिया है. अब देखिए, अगर मान लीजिए एक एग्जांपल के लिए हम मान के चलते हैं कि 10 लाख लोगों ने इंश्योरेंस लिया हुआ है, और जो 10 लाख लोगों ने 5-5 हजार रुपए दिए हैं, और हर एक ने मान लीजिए कि 1-1 लाख का इंश्योरेंस लिया हुआ है. अब 10 लाख लोग जब 5-5 हजार रुपए जमा कर रहे हैं इंश्योरेंस कंपनी के साथ, तो क्या हो रहा है, उनको उनके पास एक पूल ऑफ मनी तैयार हो रहा है, थ्रू विच व्हाट इज हैपनिंग इज, इसके थ्रू वो उनके पास एक जो कॉर्पस तैयार हो रहा है, जो एक अमाउंट तैयार हो रहा है, खड़ा हो रहा है वहां पे उनके पास. उस अमाउंट पे अगर मान लीजिए उसमें से 1000 लोगों की डेथ हो जाती है, तो 1000 लोगों को आप 10 लाख लोगों में से 1000 लोगों की अगर डेथ हो जाती है मान लीजिए, तो उनको 1-1 लाख रुपए कंपनी दे देगी. लेकिन इनके पास क्योंकि जमा है 10 लाख इंटू 5000, so that will be about 500 crores, राइट. तो 500 करोड़ जो उनके पास जमा हो रहे हैं, उसमें से 1000 लोगों को अगर 1-1 लाख रुपए देना भी पड़ जाए तो भी कितना होगा, 10 करोड़ रुपए देना होगा. सो वहां पे इसका प्रिंसिपल ही है कि एक साथ सब कुछ बुरा नहीं होगा, सब कुछ नुकसान नहीं होगा, और उसी पे इंश्योरेंस कंपनी चलती है, उसी पे इंश्योरेंस का कॉन्सेप्ट खड़ा है कि एक साथ सब कुछ बुरा नहीं होगा, एक साथ सभी को उसी टाइम पे जरूरत नहीं पड़ेगी. बड़ी हमारे यहाँ पे पुराने जमाने से ये जो है इंश्योरेंस का एक अलग तरीके से कॉन्सेप्ट किया जाता था फॉलो. उसमें क्या करते थे कि मान लीजिए जो पहले के जमाने में कोई लोग समंदर के रास्ते कहीं व्यापार करने के लिए जाते थे, बिजनेस करने के लिए जाते थे, तो बड़ा खतरा रहता था कि उसमें डर ये रहता था कि कहीं कोई लूट ना ले, या कोई कुछ आपकी जो है शिप जो है वो सिंक ना हो जाए, डूब ना जाए, या कोई लूटपाट ना हो जाए. इस तरह की बहुत सारी इस तरह की चीजें चलती थी. उसकी वजह से क्या होता था, उसकी वजह से जरूरत पड़ती थी कि एक इंश्योरेंस टाइप का प्रोडक्ट हो. अब इंश्योरेंस क्या हुआ, उस टाइम पे वो करते थे कि वो थोड़ा थोड़ा पैसा इकट्ठे, सभी जो व्यापारी है वो इकट्ठा कर लेते थे और आपस में जमा करके रखते थे. किसी का नुकसान हो गया तो उसको वो पैसा मिल जाता था, पूरा इकट्ठा जो पैसा है वो पूरा पैसा उसको उसके नुकसान के हिसाब से उसको पैसा मिलता था. तो हमारे पास बहुत पुराने जमाने से इंश्योरेंस टाइप का ये था. लेकिन जब अंग्रेज यहाँ पे आए इंडिया में, जो ब्रिटिश का टाइम था, उसमें व्हाट हैपेंड, उसमें व्हाट दे डिड, दे एक्चुअली स्टार्टेड इंश्योरेंस कंपनीज. और उस टाइम भी बहुत सारी प्राइवेट इंश्योरेंस कंपनीज भी थी जो कि ये सब काम करती थी. ये मैं क्यों आपको बता रहा हूँ, ये जस्ट टू गिव यू सम काइंड ऑफ अ पर्सपेक्टिव कि एक्चुअली इंश्योरेंस होता क्या है, राइट. तो उसमें क्या होता था फिर, तो वो चाहते थे कि अच्छा इंश्योरेंस में अभी बहुत अलग अलग कंपनीज थी, और बहुत सारी कंपनियां डूब भी जाती थी साथ साथ, क्योंकि वो ठीक से प्रोफेशनली मैनेज नहीं होती. बट एनीवे, आफ्टर द इंडिपेंडेंस गवर्नमेंट हैज नेशनलाइज्ड अ लॉट ऑफ इंश्योरेंस, और उसमें दो मुख्य पार्ट हैं हमारे पास इंश्योरेंस के. एक तो क्या है, एक जिसको हम लोग कहते हैं जनरल इंश्योरेंस, और दूसरा है जिसको हम कहते हैं लाइफ इंश्योरेंस. तो लाइफ इंश्योरेंस का हमारे इंडिया में एक अलग से एक सेगमेंट बना दिया है, एक प्रॉपर उसको एक अलग से सेगमेंट में उसमें हमने उसको हमने रिप्रेजेंट किया है. क्यों? बिकॉज हम सब जानते हैं, गवर्नमेंट भी जानते हैं, सब लोग जानते हैं कि लाइफ इंश्योरेंस इज एन एक्सट्रीमली इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग फॉर एनीबडी. तो जैसे कि हम समझ रहे थे हमारे एग्जाम्पल में कि भाई जब आप किसी भी वजह से, अगर आप चाहते हैं कि आपके 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 जो पर्सन विद डिसेबिलिटी जो आपकी जिंदगी में है, उसके लिए, उसका फ्यूचर सिक्योर करने के लिए कम से कम अगर आप कोई चीज कर सकते हैं तो यू कैन टेक इंश्योरेंस। इतना इस चीज का इंपॉर्टेंस है। अच्छा, तो अब समझते हैं कि इंश्योरेंस से फायदा क्या क्या होता है। इंश्योरेंस से कई फायदे होते हैं, जैसे कि फॉर एग्जांपल आपके बाद आपके जो सर्वाइवर है उनको फाइनेंशियली मदद हो जाती है। उन आप दूसरा, आपने कोई अगर लाइबिलिटीज आपके आपके ऊपर है, मान लीजिए आपने कुछ लोन लिया हो या कुछ और किसी इस तरह का पैसा आपने इकट्ठा किया, मतलब कहीं पे उधार लिया हो कुछ हो, तो वहां से उस चीज का पेमेंट हो सकता है। सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट है कि कुछ जो उनके आगे की जिंदगी के लिए उनको जो भी कोई कोई स्पेसिफिक एक्शंस लेने हो, चाहे वो मेडिकली हो या चाहे किसी और भी तरीके से कोई इंडिपेंडेंटली कुछ काम उनसे उनको करना हो या इस तरह के कुछ भी एक्शंस लेने हो जिंदगी में, तो वहां पे भी ये इंश्योरेंस का उसमें फायदा हो जाता है। अच्छा, तो देखते हैं फिर इंश्योरेंस किस किस चीज पे होता है। इंश्योरेंस होता है बहुत तरीके का, जिसमें से कि आजकल जो इंश्योरेंस का, जिस तरह मैंने कहा था कि दायरा बहुत बड़ा हुआ है, उसमें इंश्योरेंस आता है। सबसे जो हम लोग ज्यादा जानते हैं वो है लाइफ इंश्योरेंस। दूसरा इंश्योरेंस होता है जिसको कि हम लोग कहते हैं व्हीकल इंश्योरेंस, जैसे मैंने अभी बोला था, जो अलग अलग गाड़ियों पे होता है या इस तरह से होता है। तीसरा होता है मशीनरी एंड कोई इस तरह का आपने कुछ मशीनरीज ली है तो। फिर कई सारी प्रॉपर्टीज का, अगर मान लीजिए आपने घर लिया हुआ है उसके ऊपर भी आप इंश्योरेंस ले सकते हो, जिसको कि आप कहीं आग लगने से या कुछ भी चोरी होने के, घर में कुछ डकैती हो जाए, कुछ इस तरह का तोड़ फोड़ हो जाए, कुछ इस तरह का नुकसान हो जाए, तो आप उसको इंश्योरेंस से उसकी भरपाई कर सकते हो। कुछ तो ऐसा भी इंश्योरेंस आजकल होता है कि प्रोफेशनल लाइबिलिटी इंश्योरेंस होता है। उसमें क्या होता है कि अगर मान लीजिए आपने कोई आपकी कोई कंपनी है, आपका कोई बिजनेस है, और आपके ऊपर किसी वजह से अगर लाइबिलिटी आ जाती है, किसी चीज की कोई नुकसान हो जाता है जो कि आपने आपकी गलती से कुछ कोई गवर्नमेंट का रूल फॉलो नहीं होता या कोई एक्सीडेंट हो जाता है, तो वहां पे भी आप उसको इंश्योरेंस के थ्रू उस चीज को आप अपने आप को फाइनेंशियली उसमें प्रोटेक्ट कर सकते हो। और क्या टाइप के इंश्योरेंस है, तो सबसे इसमें जो मैं हमारे लिए जो जिंदगी में होता है वो तो होता है तीन ही टाइप का। एक होता है लाइफ, जैसे मैंने कहा, दूसरा होता है व्हीकल इंश्योरेंस, और तीसरा जो होता है वो है मेडिकल इंश्योरेंस, मेडिक्लेम जिसको हम लोग कहते हैं, जिसमें कि आज हम ज्यादा फोकस करेंगे लाइफ इंश्योरेंस एंड मेडिकल इंश्योरेंस, राइट। तो अभी जैसे हम लोग बात कर रहे थे, हमने जैसे अभी बात कर ली है कि व्हाट इज इंश्योरेंस की, तो हमने समझ लिया है कि क्या इंश्योरेंस होता है, राइट। किस तरह से ये काम करता है, हाउ डज इट वर्क, वो भी हमने अभी समझ लिया है। किस तरह से काम एक्चुअली करता क्या है। ये इंश्योरेंस में बहुत सारे इंटरमीडियरीज होते हैं। इंटरमीडियरीज मतलब क्या होता है कि बहुत सारे बीच के लोग होते हैं, ये सब इंश्योरेंस को संभालते हैं, उसको वो पूरा बिजनेस को, या इंश्योरेंस कैसा होना चाहिए, कितना अमाउंट होना चाहिए, ये सबको समझते हैं और उसको मैनेज करते हैं। उसमें कौन कौन लोग होते हैं, उसमें होते हैं इंश्योरेंस कंपनी जो हमको इंश्योरेंस बेचती है, जो हमें इंश्योरेंस देती है। दूसरा कौन होता है, दूसरा होता है टीपीए, थर्ड पार्टी एडमिनिस्ट्रेटर। कई बार क्या होता है, आपने आपने देखा होगा, कोई भी आप अगर मेडिक्लेम बल्कि लाइफ इंश्योरेंस लेते हो या मेडिक्लेम भी लेते हो, तो आपको एक टीपीए होता है, थर्ड पार्टी एडमिनिस्ट्रेटर। वो क्या करता है, वो आपका क्लेम जेन्युइन है कि नहीं उसको उसको चेक करता है और उसको वेरीफाई करके आपको पैसा देने के लिए जो है इंश्योरेंस कंपनी के साथ कोलैबोरेट करता है। उसको इंश्योरेंस कंपनी के साथ बताता है कि भाई आपको कितना पैसा देना चाहिए, मिलना चाहिए, आपका क्लेम सही है कि नहीं। फिर आपके इसमें एक इंपॉर्टेंट फैक्टर होता है कि इंश्योरेंस एजेंट्स या ब्रोकर्स होते हैं। इंश्योरेंस एजेंट या ब्रोकर जो आपके पास आते हैं, जो इंश्योरेंस कंपनी के बिहाफ पे आपके पास आते हैं, जो आपके लिए काम करते हैं। इंश्योरेंस ब्रोकर्स कौन होते हैं, इंश्योरेंस ब्रोकर वो होते हैं जो आजकल बड़ी आपने कई बार वो देखा होगा कॉन्सेप्ट, जैसे कि ये कुछ जो इंश्योरेंस के ऑनलाइन प्लेटफॉर्म्स हैं, वो ऑनलाइन प्लेटफॉर्म्स क्या करते हैं, आपको बहुत सारे इंश्योरेंसेस आपके सामने लिस्ट डाउन करते हैं कि कौन सा किस में क्या बेनिफिट्स है, किस में क्या है, और आप उन सब कंपनीज के थ्रू से आप अपने ज़रूरत के हिसाब से आप अपना इंश्योरेंस प्लान या इंश्योरेंस कंपनी को भी चूज कर सकते हैं। उनको कहते हैं इंश्योरेंस ब्रोकर। वो सभी इंश्योरेंस एक साथ बेचते हैं। जनरली इंश्योरेंस का एजेंट होता है वो एक इंश्योरेंस एक कंपनी के साथ जुड़ा हुआ होता है जनरली। तो ये तो हो गया इंश्योरेंस ब्रोकर्स हो गया। अब इसके अलावा कुछ ऐसे भी लोग होते हैं जैसे कि हम कहते हैं एक्चुअरीज। ये एक्चुअरीज क्या होता है कई बार कि ये जैसे इंश्योरेंस है तो वो कितना इंश्योरेंस का प्रीमियम होना चाहिए, किस तरह से इसको कैलकुलेट करना चाहिए, जिसके ऊपर बहुत सारा वो डेटा क्रंच करते हैं, देखते हैं कि एक्चुअली जरूरत कितना रिस्की ये जो भी जिसके लिए हम इंश्योरेंस कर रहे हैं, जिसको इंश्योरेंस दे रहे हैं, बेच रहे हैं, इसका कितना रिस्की ये बंदा है या कितना रिस्की वो चीज़ है कि कितना खतरा है वो चीज़ होने में। वहाँ पे इंश्योरेंस कंपनीज के पास जो एक्चुअरीज होते हैं वो उसको कैलकुलेट करते हैं। तो इस तरह के ये जो लोग होते हैं जो ये सब इंश्योरेंस को, ये जो मोटा मोटा हम अगर देखेंगे तो ये लोग जो है इंश्योरेंस को मैनेज करते हैं। अब कुछ छोटे छोटे हम लोग कॉन्सेप्ट समझ लेते हैं कि दो चार चीजें हैं जो समझ लेते हैं क्या है प्रीमियम। इंश्योरेंस प्रीमियम, ये इंश्योरेंस प्रीमियम क्या होता है? इंश्योरेंस प्रीमियम जो हम एक्चुअली जो मैं इंश्योरेंस जो लेने के लिए हम जो मंथली या क्वार्टरली या हाफ ईयरली या सालाना जो हम पे करते हैं अमाउंट इंश्योरेंस कंपनी को, उसको कहते हैं इंश्योरेंस प्रीमियम। जो कि हम अपने इंश्योरेंस को लेने के लिए जो हम पे करते हैं इंश्योरेंस कंपनी के पास पैसा पे करते हैं, उसको कहते हैं इंश्योरेंस का प्रीमियम। तो ये तो बात हो गई प्रीमियम की। दूसरा होता है डिडक्टेबल। एक डिडक्टेबल कई बार कॉन्सेप्ट समझ नहीं आता, और ये हमारे पास कई बार ये दिक्कत हो जाती है कि हम टर्म्स कंडीशंस जो है वो हम ऑब्वियसली कई बार सब कुछ तो पढ़ते नहीं, और अगर पढ़ते भी है तो भी कई चीजें समझ नहीं आती। तो डिडक्टेबल क्या होता है? तो आप देखिए, अगर मान लीजिए आपने कोई गाड़ी का आपने मान लीजिए कोई गाड़ी का इंश्योरेंस लिया हुआ है आपके, और उस अगर गाड़ी का एक्सीडेंट होता है तो आपका इंश्योरेंस मान लीजिए 5 लाख रुपए का है कि अगर गाड़ी का मेरा कुछ नुकसान होता तो 5 लाख रुपए तक का मेरे को कंपनी इंश्योरेंस देगी। लेकिन उसमें डिडक्टेबल क्लॉज ऐसा होता है कि 90% तो तक जो अमाउंट है वो इंश्योरेंस कंपनी देगी, 10% आपको डिडक्टेबल है। मतलब क्या हुआ, वो जो भी आप क्लेम करोगे उसमें से 10% जो है वो आपको पे करना पड़ेगा। वो कहते हैं, उसको कहते हैं डिडक्टेबल। तो आपका जो पैसा है आपने तो आपका तो नुकसान हो गया, लेकिन फिर भी कुछ जो आपको कंट्रीब्यूट करना पड़ेगा उसको, दैट्स कॉल्ड डिडक्टेबल। तो ये भी इसमें आता है, इसका भी आपको ध्यान रखने की जरूरत होती है। नाउ ये सभी इंश्योरेंस कंपनी के ऊपर पिछले करीब करीब 20 सालों से देयर इज अ रेगुलेटर मतलब क्या होता है? जो इसको रेगुलेट करता है, उस सबको मैनेज करता है, सबका ऊपर इन सब इंश्योरेंस कंपनीज को या पूरे इंश्योरेंस बिजनेस को जो रेगुलेट करता है और डेवलप करने के लिए कोशिश करता है वो है IRDA। अब ये IRDA क्या करता है? IRDA इंश्योरेंस कंपनीज के ऊपर कंट्रोल तो रखता ही है, लेकिन इंश्योरेंस हर तरफ फैले, बढ़े, उसका ग्रोथ हो, उसके लिए भी ध्यान रखता है। तो ये IRDA 1999 के बाद जो आया हुआ, तब से ये इंश्योरेंस बिजनेस में, क्योंकि पहले क्या होता था कि इंश्योरेंस आप ले तो लेते थे, लेकिन इंश्योरेंस के जो क्लेम्स हैं वो टाइमली मिलते नहीं थे और लोगों को बड़ी दिक्कत होती थी। उसके हिसाब से भी एक बहुत अच्छा काम, of course there are lot needs to be done in terms of insurance business for the regulator, but still the situation is much better। बहुत बेहतर इंडस्ट्री हुई है इंश्योरेंस की पिछले कुछ सालों में। तो ये तो हमने थोड़ा सा जो है टेक्निकल चीजें जो है इंश्योरेंस के बारे में भी समझ ली है। अभी जैसे इनका इंश्योरेंस का, जैसे हमने कहा था कि सबको लेने की जरूरत है, सभी को देखने की जरूरत है कि क्यों मुझे इंश्योरेंस चाहिए। पर्पज हमने समझ लिया कि भाई पर्पज हमें क्या 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 चीज़ों की ज़रूरत है कि हमें देखने की ज़रूरत है कि हमारे बाद कुछ ना कुछ एटलीस्ट हमारे जो जो हमारे करीबी लोग हैं उनके फाइनेंसिस को एटलीस्ट जो है कैन बी टेकन केयर ऑफ, राइट। तो ये तो हो गया, हम इंश्योरेंस ये सब चीज़ों के लिए लेते हैं। इंश्योरेंस हम लेते हैं, उसका हमें एक तरह से फायदा ये भी होता है कि टैक्स, इनकम टैक्स के लिए भी हमें बेनिफिट होता है। अब वो कैसे होता है इसको हम समझते हैं। इंश्योरेंस के लिए हमें एक तो अंडर सेक्शन 80C ऑफ इनकम टैक्स एक्ट हमें 1.5 लाख तक का ये जो इंश्योरेंस प्रीमियम जब हम भरते हैं, और भी कई चीजें हैं उसके अंदर, लेकिन इंश्योरेंस प्रीमियम हम जब भरते हैं वो इंश्योरेंस प्रीमियम के ऊपर हमें टैक्स का डिडक्शन मिल जाता है, उसके ऊपर हमें टैक्स नहीं लगता, अगर हम सादी भाषा में कहें तो। जो हम इंश्योरेंस का प्रीमियम भरते हैं उसके ऊपर हमें टैक्स नहीं लगता है, वो एग्जम्प्ट होता है। दूसरा, जब हमें मान लीजिए कुछ चीज हो जाती है जो जो जिसमें हम जिसके लिए हम इंश्योरेंस लेते हैं, मान लीजिए हम लाइफ इंश्योरेंस लेते हैं और अगर किसी की डेथ हो जाती है, कोई ऐसी डिसेबिलिटी हो जाती है जो कि उस बंदे की अर्निंग कैपेसिटी को अफेक्ट कर सकता है एडवर्सली, उस केस में क्या होता है, उस केस में आपको आपका उसका क्लेम का अमाउंट मिल जाएगा एज पर द टर्म्स ऑफ द इंश्योरेंस प्लान जो आपने लिया हुआ है। वो पैसा भी जो आपके पास आएगा वो भी आप जी।
I'm sorry to interrupt you, but there's a request from the audience if we can do this more in English. I think we have more mix of English and Hindi today. So if that's possible, I'm sorry to interrupt you.
Sure. That's absolutely possible.
Thank you.
All right. So yeah. So as I was saying that in insurance, it is extremely important to understand the taxation part of it. So the first, as I said, as per Section 80C of Income Tax Act, you get up to 1.5 lakh of the as premium. If you pay in a year, your you don't have to pay your tax on it. So that's one thing. The other thing is that in case when you get the claim, or your in some cases you can also get the claim in case of a disability, maybe a permanent disability or some kind of a disability that has been covered in the insurance plan. So there also your the money that you get is tax free. So it makes a lot of difference if this amount is tax free, because what happens is that this amount that you get is actually is going to help you or your people in your life really to take care of their life, take care of their own finances there. So that's an important thing. Now there are some occasions where you, after the completion of the term after the completion of the term of the plan of insurance plan, you get some lump sum amount as a bonus or as your maturity benefits. So even those maturity benefits are tax free. This is important because again, because I see that because there are some products that you they could be tax free initially, but at the time of its redemption, they may not be free. So it is important that the tax treatment given for the insurance is really liberal. So the government also wants us to take insurances, right? So after that, let's look at something called actually in addition to this one, if you take Mediclaim, medical insurance for yourself and your dependents, there also the income tax is, you get some deduction for the income tax there also. Now this facility is not only applicable for you as a taxpayer, but you can actually utilize this for taking medical insurance for your dependents also. In fact, there's additional, um, I would say, deduction under Income Tax Act in case you have to spend some money on the treatment of a person with disability that you have, who's dependent on you. So you can actually extend that. So there's additional benefit also, taxation. So see, now here it is important to take care of this, because anyway you have to spend that money, that expenditure you have anyway incurred. But what happens is that, if you have the, if you have the tax exempted, at least वो खर्चा आपको, जो टैक्स के ऊपर जो एक तरह से टैक्स लगता है, जो खर्चे के ऊपर और जो टैक्स लगता है, वो आपका बच जाएगा. So this is going to be useful, right? So this is important factor that I was actually wanting to bring to your notice. Now these benefits, these taxation benefits, are in addition to the benefits that are there, inherent benefits are there for your insurance, right? So now let's actually look at what are the different types of insurance that you could actually take. मतलब कैसे, कि देखिए, जैसे मोटा मोटा हमने तो देख लिया था कि भाई आपका इंश्योरेंस जो है वो बहुत टाइप का हो सकता है. दैट्स जैसे मैंने कहा था कि लाइफ इंश्योरेंस एंड मेडिकल इंश्योरेंस और अलग अलग टाइप के. बट नाउ लेट्स लुक एट मेडिकल इंश्योरेंस. ये मेडिकल इंश्योरेंस क्या है? मेडिकल इंश्योरेंस दैट वी टेक इट फॉर अगर कोई ऐसी चीज हो जाती है जिसकी वजह से आपको हॉस्पिटलाइजेशन होना, आपका या आपने जिनके लिए भी जो इंश्योरेंस लिया हुआ उनका हॉस्पिटलाइजेशन हो जाए. जनरली ये सब जो इंश्योरेंसेस होते हैं वो ओपीडी, अगर आप कोई ट्रीटमेंट लेते हैं उसके लिए नहीं देते. कुछ इंश्योरेंस कंपनीज है वो उसको भी कुछ हद तक कवर करते हैं, लेकिन जनरली अदरवाइज नहीं होता है. जनरली क्या होता है कि आपका हॉस्पिटलाइजेशन होना चाहिए, एडमिशन होना चाहिए, हॉस्पिटल में एडमिट आपका होना चाहिए. जनरली 24 आवर्स तक का एडमिशन होना चाहिए. और देखिए, आप लोग सब जानते हैं, इट इज दिस मेडिकल इंश्योरेंस इज व्हाई इट इज इंपॉर्टेंट इज आल्सो बिकॉज no matter how much you plan your finances, but if something health wise, if there is any issue, then there is always a risk that you may actually lose out on all your financial planning, no matter how diligently you've made your plans of your insurance, right? So therefore it is important to take the medical insurance. You can actually take a lot of medical insurance. In fact, there are different kinds of insurances in terms of while we are talking about insurance, medical insurance also. There's some plan which is called a floater, family floater. A family floater क्या होता है? आपके ऊपर जो आपकी पूरी फैमिली है, वो फैमिली को मान लीजिए आपने 5 लाख रुपए से कवर कर दिया है. उसमें अगर किसी को भी जरूरत लगती है, जो आपके फैमिली में कोई भी लोग हैं, उसको उस इंश्योरेंस की जरूरत लगती है, कोई भी किसी को भी हेल्थ की वजह से उसको एडमिट होना पड़ता है या कुछ भी ऐसा खर्चा आता है, तो वो हर एक को कवर कर देगा एक ही सिंगल पॉलिसी के अंदर. इंडिविजुअल पॉलिसी क्या होती है कि उस इंडिविजुअल को ही अगर कुछ हो जाए तो ही आपको जो है वो इंश्योरेंस मनी मिलेगा, वो कवर हो जाएगा. Then there are actually group medical insurance. उसमें generally ये जो employer की तरफ से होता है, if you're working in an organization, normally lot of the corporates and in fact in the government sector also, they have covered a lot of people on the insurance for your for insurance, the medical insurance that has been taken care of. तो वो उस कंपनी में जितने लोग आते रहेंगे छोड़ते रहेंगे वो सब कवर हो जाएंगे. So that is about the medical insurances that we are talking about. Now let's actually talk about a very very important point in within the medical insurance, within the health insurances, which is how about insurances for a person with disability? Do we get the insurance for person with disability for health? So we do get it. There is a provision. There is actually nothing which prohibits the insurer. There is nothing which prevents the insurance companies to give medical insurance for a person with disability. Lekin, unfortunately, what I've seen is that there are many insurance companies that they have a lot of reservations in giving insurance, providing insurance cover to the person with disability. Now, what they say is that there is a these are the high risk people. There is a high risk of them falling ill or hurting themselves and stuff like that. Now, there, when I was actually uh, uh, was talking to somebody in the IRDA, the Insurance Regulatory and Insurance Development and Regulatory Authority, there what has happened? They actually had this issue that they said that no, we can't force the insurance companies. But I said no, this is a discrimination. You can't. I mean, in fact, these are the people who would require the medical insurance cover the most. और इसलिए recently the IRDA has come up with a circular which says that you cannot deny the insurance with any kind of a disability जिनको genetic या और type की कोई disability, you cannot deny them the insurance, medical insurance. उस वो जो circular है उसकी language is not really, I would say it's not the perfect one, but I'm actually in touch with them and I'm trying. I'm getting that sorted, and hopefully soon will be able to get the positive results from them. But still, the work is in progress. Now, however, there's nothing which prevents them. Now, there are many occasions where I've seen that the branch manager or whoever is the authority there who's taking the premium and who's processing your insurance uh, is not aware of the insurance, and they want to these kind of circulars, and they want to play safe, and I think that's the reason why they many times they actually deny those. uh, Actually, there have been some policies that I've seen recently uh, that were covering. I mean, those policies were specifically made by, I think, uh, New India Insurance Company had actually come up with a specific insurance plan, medical insurance plan for persons with disability. It is called Swavalamban. Uh, However, recently I actually spoke to somebody in the New India Insurance, and he said that now we are not really aware. They're not promoting it, and nothing is really happening in that. So recently, I have not been able to verify whether that policy is still there or not. But that policy had been a very useful. Uh, it was a good start from the government, from the insurance company, but unfortunately it hasn't really reached many people. So my point normally is, in terms of insurance, if you are covering somebody with the disability for their medical insurance, maximum you can have some exclusions. Like, for example, if somebody is a visually impaired, if somebody is blind person, what they could do is probably their blindness may not be covered. And now if something happens um, in terms of his insurance, like for example, uh, if there is an eye operation has to be performed on somebody, that may not be covered. But if somebody has a say maybe a kidney ailment or some completely unrelated ailment which has got nothing to do with the disability, At least that should be there. That is my point, and that is I'm actually trying to again. The lot needs to be done in terms of insurance in India, with the regulator and with the insurance company. All right. So, in fact, this same issue, I've actually just a small diversion I'm doing in terms of the travel insurance. I actually last year I was traveling to certain Southeast Asian countries, and for the visa I had to actually take a travel insurance. Uh, so I went there and I actually asked for an insurance, and they have actually clearly written that person with disability, we don't provide insurance for person with disability, and that is completely wrong. And in fact, I'd spoken to somebody, and that, for me, it got sorted, but this issue has to be really dealt with, because uh, there the insurance is not only for your health, but there are a lot of other things also. For example, if the flight gets delayed by more than 12 hours, your you get some insurance, some as a benefit, as a compensation. So my disability has got nothing to do with flight getting delayed, right? So these are the bizarre things that happen, but we are definitely trying and getting that sorted as we progress. Uh, so that is about the we were talking about the medical insurance. Now let's actually go to a extremely important, probably the most important part of uh, our uh, our session today, and that is life insurance. What is life insurance? Life insurance is something that, after your survivors gets get benefited out of it. अब वो क्यों जरूरी है? जैसे मैंने कहा था कि ये सब रीजंस है कि भाई उनको फाइनेंशियली हेल्प करने के लिए, और यहाँ पे हमारे लिए, especially those who have your somebody person with disability in your family, who's be generally be dependent on you uh, financially, उस केस में तो it is extremely important to have a life insurance. Now, life insurance of a person with disability is not that much really that we will be focusing on today. We will be talking about your life insurance that you take, which is going to benefit your siblings or your children. Uh, the purpose of the life insurance really is your present income should be replaced by this insurance money that you get. अब उसको कैसे कैलकुलेट किया जा सकता है? So you have to actually see कि what is your present income. आपका प्रेजेंट इनकम कितना है, उसको आप you take that income into 30, at least 20. मान लीजिए आपका मंथली इनकम है 10,000 रुपए, आपका 10,000 रुपए को, तो आप देखिए आप क्या चाहोगे कि 10,000 रुपए हर महीने मेरे बाद मेरे फैमिली को मिलता रहे। उसके लिए क्या करना होगा? 10,000 रुपया जो आपका रखोगे, तो आपका मतलब आपका सालाना कितना होगा? 1,20,000, राइट? इंटू 30, इंटू 30 मतलब कितना हुआ? सो 36 लाख रुपीज। अगर आप 36 लाख रुपीज का इंश्योरेंस लेते हो, तो आपकी फैमिली को आपके बाद जो पैसा मिलेगा, उस पैसे को बैंक में रख के उसका एक सिंपल इंटरेस्ट या नॉर्मल इंटरेस्ट पे वो पैसा उनको उतना 10,000 रुपए के आसपास आपको मिल जाएगा। वो आपके that will replace your income. It is important because what happens is that many times we take any insurance, somebody would come to us and we would just take the life insurance just because we want to save taxes at the last moment. No, don't do that, because actually the entire purpose of the insurance is getting defeated out of it, and that's the problem, right? So you got that we have to first see what is my present income, yearly income into 30 or at least 20 if not 30. तो ये जब आप कैलकुलेट करोगे इतने आपको इंश्योरेंस की जरूरत है. अब हमारे पास कौन से टाइप के इंश्योरेंसेस होते हैं? बहुत सारे टाइप के इंश्योरेंसेस आते हैं. एक तो उसमें आता है एंडाउमेंट प्लान होता है, मनी बैक प्लान होता है, और भी अलग अलग टाइप के प्लान होते हैं. उसमें क्या होता है, हम 10-15 हजार या 20,000 रुपए साल का इंश्योरेंस भरते हैं और उसमें हमें इंश्योरेंस कितना मिलता है, इंश्योरेंस कवर कितना होता है, 1 लाख रुपए. वेदर दैट इज इनफ? नो. लेकिन हमें ये लगता है हमेशा से कि ये जो पैसा है, आई एम गेटिंग दिस मनी इज जस्ट मतलब मैं जो अपना प्रीमियम भर रहा हूं उसके बाद में 10 साल बाद, 20 साल बाद, जब वो टर्म पूरा हो जाएगा इंश्योरेंस का, उसके बाद में मुझे वो पैसा मिल जाएगा. कुछ ना कुछ पैसा मिलते रहना चाहिए. उस चक्कर में यहां पे हम लोग नुकसान कर देते हैं, जो उसका एक्चुअल पर्पस है वो हमारा डिफीट हो जाता है. तो उसके लिए हमें क्या करने की जरूरत है? एंड द इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग इज दैट फॉर दैट वी हैव टू टेक an insurance which is called a term insurance plan. इसको आप लिख लीजिए, चाहे keep that in mind. Term insurance. What is term insurance? टर्म इंश्योरेंस क्या होता है कि आप साल के साल में उसका पैसा भरते रहते हो, प्रीमियम भरते रहते हो अप टू द स्पेसिफाइड एज या वट एवर यू हैव क्रिएटेड फॉर योरसेल्फ. अब उस दौरान अगर आपको डेथ हो जाती है आपकी या डिसेबिलिटी आ जाती है, तो आपको आपका इंश्योरेंस का मनी जो है मिल जाएगा. अगर नहीं होता है सो यू डोंट गेट एनीथिंग. अब इसमें क्या है, देखिए, if something happens then you are getting your insurance. See, and if there, I mean, nothing is happening, then the insurance money, you don't get anything back and you have to pay the next year's premium. यही असली इंश्योरेंस का पर्पस है. क्यों? बिकॉज यहां पे एक छोटा सा प्रीमियम भर के भी आपको अच्छा खासा इंश्योरेंस मिल जाता है. अगर आप, इफ आई हैव टू गिव यू अ पर्सपेक्टिव, what happens is, now for example, if you want to take a 50 lakh ka insurance plan and if your age is about 35, you may have to pay about 7,000-8,000 rupees depending on various factors, of course, but around 7,000 rupees a year to have that term insurance. Now a lot of people will say, but my money, I mean, in the other money back plan or endowment plan or all the other different kind of plans, I get my money back after the term if I survive. Now the point is that if you survive, that is the first thing. If you don't survive, that amount that you get out of your term insurance, out of your insurance plan, the normal traditional insurances, is extremely inadequate. And that has to be really understood very, very well. Now I'll give an example here. Now you take a car insurance or a bike insurance. What happens? You pay the insurance money, and once the insurance term is over, you pay another premium for another whatever period that you've taken insurance for. Now you tell me, do you actually say that, oh, I am wasting my insurance money, so let me go and bang my car on a wall? Because do you do that? We don't do that, right? Because insurance is actually to insure you or your loved ones from the unfortunate events, if at all it happens. And therefore, it is extremely important to understand and bifurcate the two parts. What are the two parts? Insurance and investment. Now, a lot of people, especially in this last quarter of the month, last quarter of the year, what happens that we actually end up buying some insurance where somebody would say, oh, after 3 or 4 years, if the market is good, you will get double the whatever you pay 50,000 a year, and you will get this much of an amount after 5 years or whatever. But unfortunately, we haven't seen what really is there. We don't know because it is all market linked. So you got to be extremely careful. My suggestion really is don't buy any insurance, life insurance especially at all. And if you have any other insurances like endowment or money back or ULIP and all sorts of things, get out of it. Close all your insurances and take only life insurance as a term insurance for your life. Right? There's nothing, even for the other insurances, really nothing happens. I mean, if you take a medical insurance, health insurance, there also it's the same thing. You don't get anything. I mean, if you don't fall ill, you don't say that, okay, no, I haven't fallen ill, so let me just fall ill now because I have to, otherwise my money will go waste. We don't say that, right? So that is, so the first thing is that we got to differentiate and actually keep the insurance and investment separate. For investment, you should always go for either a stock market or the mutual funds, or even for that matter your uh, the fixed deposits and corporate bonds and all sorts of things are there. Of everything, putting your money as an investment in insurance is the worst decision financially that you could take in terms of insurance, through which neither your insurance is taken care of nor your investment is taken care of. So always keep this as a separate, and you have to have a sufficient amount of insurance, as I explained. Right? Now, if you take your insurance, it's important to take insurance as soon as possible, because as we said, we don't know what's going to happen in our life, and for so many reasons that I've listed just now some time back, it is important to actually take the life insurance especially and the health insurance as soon as possible. Otherwise all your financial plans and all your good intentions will have a big jolt in terms of your finances, right? uh, you can actually, these days you can actually apply online or offline for these term insurance or for the health insurance. You got to give all your information, and it is extremely important to give your all true and correct information while filling your for your filling your insurance proposal form. What happens is that sometimes हम लोग बोलते हैं यार ठीक है ना, ये तो क्या छोटा मोटा बात है, नहीं डाला तो भी चलेगा, but at the time of claiming your insurance, that may be a biggest factor that could have your insurance claim rejected by the company. तो इसलिए बहुत जरूरी है कि आपका जो प्लान है, सॉरी, जो आपका जो इंश्योरेंस का जो आप जो प्रपोजल फॉर्म देते हो उसमें सब कुछ सही इंफॉर्मेशन देनी चाहिए आपको, राइट? वो एक सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट पार्ट है. दूसरा, इंश्योरेंस जैसे कि मैंने कहा था कि जितना जल्दी आप हो सके उतना में लेना चाहिए. You can always compare the plans online. Of course, you can. There are enough websites these days who will actually help you compare the different insurance plans. और उसके ऊपर थोड़ा सा ध्यान दीजिए, या तो फिर किसी फाइनेंशियल प्लानर के पास जाइए, बट ये आपको स्पेसिफिकली मांगना पड़ेगा कि मुझे इसका टर्म प्लान ही चाहिए, बिकॉज टर्म प्लान इसलिए भी ज्यादा बिकता नहीं बिकॉज देयर इज नॉट मच ऑफ अ कमीशन पेएबल फॉर द एजेंट, एंड देयरफॉर उसमें कुछ उनकी भी गलती नहीं है, बिकॉज एवरीबडी इज would want to maximize his profits. और आपके लिए भी ये सेलेबल पॉइंट हो जाता है कि भाई ठीक है, कुछ ना कुछ आपको पैसा मिलेगा. There is a whole lot of mathematics that I don't want to go right now into, but there's a whole lot of mathematics uh, the how it will benefit you if you buy a nice term plan, insurance plan, and invest in your invest in somewhere else for your investment, right? So that's the That's the part of it. Now it is important to understand also कि देखिए ये whenever you buy an insurance plan, there is a statutory free lookup period. Free lookup period क्या होता है? Within 15 days or 14 days after you buy the insurance, you can actually return your insurance policy, and or an insurance company is bound to give your insurance money back to you. This provision many of us don't know, but you can actually have the insurance policy with you, and after you receive it within 14 days you can actually return it back. और उसमें जो भी अगर कोई एक्सपेंसेस होगा वो अगर हो सकता है तो वो कट जाएगा, बाकी यू विल गेट ऑल द मनी बैक. So one has to be really careful about this. You go through it, read it, and you will actually understand the importance of it. Right. साथ के साथ में towards the end I want to cover a couple of things, like there are some policies, health insurance policies by the government. Now there are some health insurance, for example, now there are plans of the government in different states, which is called Ayushman Bharat Yojana. There you can take a card, and also especially for your person with disability that is there in your family, you can actually take that Ayushman Bharat ka card, and you can have that with you, so that they are medically they are covered, right? So that is available for us. Of course, there are a lot of terms and conditions there, but if the person is eligible, then you can really get it. And also there won't be that issue of insurance being denied to person with disability for health insurance. In terms of your term insurance or accident insurance, there are actually some plans through your bank. Also, you can actually have that as a term insurance of 2 lakh rupees is available at the cost of 330 rupees a year. You can actually get that deducted from your account. वो monthly भी deduct होता है और भी अलग-अलग तरीके से deduct होता है पैसा, and you can actually have that 2 lakh. The amount is small, but it is available. At least start with that. So that those are the pure term insurance plans supported by the government, and all your banks are supporting that. Also, I would request you could actually open a bank account on your sibling's name who's person with disability, and put some money, and maybe you can actually have an insurance for them also through their bank account, like that, right? So these are the different insurance products, and that a small overview we have taken. Of course, if there's any issue that you face, you can always get in touch with the IRDA. There is a provision of ombudsman with IRDA. You can always email them, or I think the number is also given, but I'm not sure whether that really works or not. But email is definitely possible there, and you can get those things sorted. I know personally that if there have been some issues some people have faced, and I've actually asked them to write a mail to an ombudsman, and things work, and their issues got sorted. So these are the few factors that I wanted to share with you, and I hope this will inspire you to take the life insurance and the health insurance for you and your family. Now, irrespective of whether there's any person with disability in your life or no, it is otherwise also an extremely important part of life to actually take insurance for yourself and for your family. That's the least we could do to protect our families, and actually give them that kind of a gift, which will be remembered even long after we go from this planet, right? So that's all I wanted to share with you. If there are any questions, I would be happy to take.
Thank you, Rahul ji. I think I'll ask if people have questions, they can either put it in the chat box or they can ask us, and Rahul ji will be answering. So, can I just ask a general question, Rahul ji? You were saying that
Sure.
parents should generally be going for the term insurance, right? So
Yes.
let's say that you have a parent who has a child who's maybe 10 or 15, diagnosed with either autism or any intellectual disability. Is
Yes.
the child plan something they should be considering? Because I see on the slide on life insurance, you talk about the money back, you lives child plan and pension
Yeah.
plan.
Yeah.
So could you just give an example? Let's say it's a 50
Yeah. Sure.
a young parent, a young couple looking to really do the right thing.
Sure. All right. So now there are two separate things here. First thing is for the parents, they should definitely only take the term insurance. Uh, Now the reason here is very clear that if something happens to the parents, the child's life is protected. The financially the child is protected. That's the intention here of if you take an insurance plan as a term insurance for the parents, right? Now if you are talking about the child plan, now child plan um, is again an insurance plan where the tax benefits and everything is there. But the problem here in case of a child plan is that the child gets some amount after he attains a particular age. He or she attains a particular age or a happening of a particular event. Now, I would suggest the first thing is one should actually go for a term insurance. The parent should go for a term insurance the first thing, because after the parents, the child is going to be dependent on the I mean right now the child is dependent on the parents, right? So therefore it is important that first wo child ka future is secured after the parents are not there, like once the parents are not there.
Okay.
So what dependents ka life is financially secure. Now if you want to have a lump sum amount, एक कुछ एक पैसा होना चाहिए मेरे पास में over at the maybe once the child is say 21 years old, then you can actually have the child plan for a child, children plan for a child. उस case maybe if the child is about 15 years, I wouldn't suggest that you should go for that, because वो आपका वो plan को grow होने में time that amount to grow, there's very little time left.
Okay.
But if the child is very young, say about 4 or 5 years old, then definitely this could be considered, because the time for growing that money is a little more. Okay. Having said that, I would still say this child plan is basically, normally what we do is that we normally want to have the child plan for the children as an investment for the child's future, and not necessarily as an insurance for the child. So I would again say that don't go for the child plan if you have the option. Go for um, maybe equity linked saving scheme, ELSS that is called, where you can actually have the benefit of the taxation also, income tax ka benefit, plus uh, the money you can get at the time it is required, and the potential of growing your money is also more.
Okay, great. Thank you. I have three questions actually in the chat box. I'll read out the first one.
Yes.
They say that I have taken life insurance and nominated my son with autism spectrum disorder. Will the benefit be given to autistic kids?
Yes, uh, if the child is autistic, and if the yeah, so benefit can be given to him. Uh, my only just to be abundantly cautious about it, because as we see in India especially, a lot of people don't know, and um, there could be some issues in the future while getting the nomination money that is there. Um, what you could probably do here is actually have somebody else also as a nominee who's a non-disabled person, so that there is no uh, issue at all. Because if um, of course technically and legally there's no problem, uh, the autistic child can be a nominee, of course. But just to be sure, you could probably have somebody else also uh, 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 as a nominee for your insurance.
I think,
But
yeah,
yes, benefit can be definitely passed on to the child.
that's good advice. I hope that answers your question, Kalyani ji. Next question we'll take from Satish ji. He says that how do I know whether I have enough insurance for me and my special needs daughter? And also, what would be possible for a child who is unable to sign or think what needs to be done?
Okay, so there are two parts of it. How much is the uh, adequate insurance that you should have for you and your child? Now, the see here the important factor is that right now we are talking about you having that insurance. Your child does not need an insurance because nobody right now, nobody is dependent on your child, your daughter. Right now your daughter is dependent on you, so the insurance has to be taken by you. Okay, so that's one thing. uh, how much insurance it should be there is, as I said, presently what is your annual income, right? Presently what is your annual income into 30 or into 20. I'm keeping it very simple because so to, and of course there are a lot of other factors also, that what are your present liabilities, what are the other responsibilities that you have, and all of that stuff has to be factored in. But I'm giving you a simplistic ballpark uh, figure of say about 20 times of your annual income. Now, the reason is very simple. That so that later on, after the corpus is kept for your in the bank, and the interest that you earn uh, on the corpus can be utilized for day-to-day expenses of your survivors, for your daughter in this case. So that's the purpose here. That much should be your insurance, right? um, your second part of your question is about what if the child cannot sign or doesn't know what can be done, what should be done, is not able to take decisions. I would say you have somebody, maybe as a trust. Keep that money somebody, make a trustee, make somebody as a trustee, because see, it is important uh, to have that somebody as uh, to take care of the finances after you. And for that, the provision that you could probably make in your testament, in your maybe will, and for that definitely you will have to do your estate planning properly. And uh, you can make a specific provision that this money, the interest or the profits that can be gotten from this money, are passed on to the child. Um, so that actually could be done definitely. And through this way you can secure the financially secure your daughter's life. And of course, if you have any specific question on that, definitely I would you can get in touch with me also sometime, and I'll try and help you with that.
Great. Thank you, Rahulji. Any other questions would anybody like to ask?
Yeah, so Shivani ji, we do have a question from Ayansh as well, where he's saying that he has his child covered for 8 years under a health insurance, and now he wants to reveal that he has autism, but he wants to understand how will it affect his premium? Will it increase? Will it remain same? Or how would the policy change? Should it actually be revealed? How do he go about revealing the same?
Okay, that's a very good question, and uh, it's a good question. So yeah, so the premium may increase. To answer the question, yes, premium may increase. Uh, but I think that's also not that. I mean, more than that, the important question is, what if now the company refuses to cover the child henceforth? Um, I think the answer is not really simple here. The answer could be probably I could understand this a little more, and then we'll also have to look at the terms of the insurance policy, health insurance, uh, through which we could actually get. I'll be able to actually answer this in a more meaningful way. Um, but yeah, the premium can definitely increase. But I think that's not the cause of concern. The cause of concern could be that the insurance cover may be rejected henceforth. And for that, I think we can plan something. Maybe we'll have to actually see in this case how uh, it will work, because then probably we'll have to actually take doctor's certificate and see and explain and stuff like that. So there'll be a little bit of a work needs to be done there specifically. um, but it can be sorted. I mean, it's not something that this will be uh, this is a major issue. This needs to be sorted, and this can be sorted.
Okay, thank you. There's one more question in the chat box. They're asking if they're paying for the past 5 years. They're paying a premium, and can they add trustee details as nominees while they've already started paying premium? So they've been doing this for 5 years. Can they do that now? Add the trustee
Yeah,
details.
sure. You can definitely do that at any time. You can actually keep changing your nominees also. That's not a problem. So that is there. Of course, there's a bit of a paperwork involved there, but definitely you can add trustee. You can definitely do that as a nominee. There's no problem.
Okay, thank you so much. I think we can take one more question. There's one question, final one we can take. So, what kind of health insurance needs to be taken for the child with a disability? My daughter is speech delayed and hearing impaired. What kind of health insurance should be taken?
Um, uh, for now, I think since your daughter is quite young, I'm presuming, so probably you could go for a family floater, um, because there presently, apart from her sensory disability that she has, apart from that, there's no specific other disability. So I don't think that there's anything specifically required. Of course, you should reveal that if it is required. But I think family floater could be a good option, in which in a reasonable amount of premium you could all of you in the family could be covered.
Wonderful. Okay, I don't see any other questions. Akanksha, are there any questions that I'm missing?
No, mom, that's about it.
Wonderful. I think that we can wrap up this session. But before we do that, of course, I want to thank Rahul ji for again coming back and sharing so generously with us all his wisdom, expertise, and knowledge. I put up the slide. You can contact him directly if you would like. His email is there. Our email is there. His Instagram IDs is there as well. And this is our list of annual topics that, if you're coming to this session for the first time, I hope you're part of our WhatsApp group, because we'll put this up there again. We have this document available for you to see all the topics that we are going to do on a monthly basis. Like I said, it's going to be last Sunday of every month, 11:30 to 1 o'clock, same time, just to focus on different topics. So please go through this document, see. I would hope that you come for every single one of them. But even if you can't, see the topics that makes most sense to you from your family's needs perspective. And if you have any questions, you can certainly contact us on that chat box. You can contact me, or you can contact Harshali, and we'll be more than happy to help you with any questions you have as it relates to financial planning for your family or for your siblings. And Harshali, would you like to say something before we wrap up?
I mean, it's a very nice knowledge. Even I got to know many things like insurance policies and all. Thank you so much, Rahul ji, for the this knowledge on insurance. And
My
thank
pleasure.
you, thank you, Shivani ma'am, and thank you, participants. If any questions, you can contact me or Samarthya Foundation, Shivani ma'am. Will be there for you. Uh, yeah.
Thank you
And
so
my
much.
request to everyone is keep those questions coming even after the session. Maybe you, when you have this WhatsApp group or and all of that stuff, you keep those questions coming, and in the next sessions we could actually take up those questions also, because that will really add value for you, uh, which will really make a difference in your life. Uh, right. So I would request all of you to keep sending your queries,
There is
questions.
a one small question came in chat box right now. Can I take it?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. Sanjay ji saying, for my daughter aged 18, I'm paying for Mediclaim insurance since last 5 years, but the certification is made last year. Will it create any problem?
Uh, I don't think so. But again, as I said, this I cannot give yes or no clear-cut answer here unless I see the policy terms, and then I'll be able to actually answer this in a more meaningful way. So maybe you could get in touch with me over an email, or and then maybe we could have a small chat, and then I'll be able to guide you accordingly.
Yes, Sanjay ji, you can email Rahul ji with your details. He can guide you better. Thank you everyone, and thank you Samarthya Foundation for doing this with us.
It's our pleasure to be working with Harshali and foundation, and we are so happy that all the parents who have joined us today, like Rahul ji said, उन्होंने पहले बोला कि it's not easy. I know for parents कि Sunday को 11:30 to 1 committing your time on a topic. I just again want to thank you all for your commitment, and we are here for you. Join us on that WhatsApp group, and we will be handling any questions you have. Like Rahul ji rightly said, if something comes up, I think after the session, it's always helpful to, put up the question for us, and we will share it with Rahulji. Here is his information again for whoever wanted to email him directly. Otherwise, the WhatsApp group is always there for any questions. And we hope to see you all again next month. Yes. Thank you again so
Yeah.
much.
Thank you so much.
Great day.
Thank
Thank
you
you,
all.
Rahul.
Thank you.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Bye bye. Thank you.
हाँ, बिल्कुल।